What is going on, guys? Panther here, and we are bringing you our Week 6 BBL match against Gypsy King and his undefeated squad here this season in the BBL. So yeah, if you've been following the BBL pretty closely this season, you'll notice some different teams up on the screen. We've both made some transactions. If you have not checked out our transaction video, it explains the team we took over. Thank you for being so loud, Riley. It explains the team we took over, the transactions we made while we made them. But Gypsy also made some transactions as well. He picked up the Mega Latios and the Buzzwole. I forget off the top of my head what he dropped to do this, but I know he dropped the Weavile because I looked at Weavile. But yeah, it made his team that much more frightening, as scary as that is to say. If you're just looking at his squad, he's got like a full Uber squad over here, like Ferrothorn, Buzzwole, Ho-Oh, Lando T, the Magearna, and the Mega Latios. And then over on my side, we have our Torn T, Mewtwo, Empoleon, Rabombi, Crocodile, and Kyurem Black. So my plan this week really was to try to keep my webs up. I'm Focus Sash Rabombi, despite his many defoggers that he has here on the squad. Try to keep my webs up and try to win the game with Crocodile. Crook had a really good matchup here. He struggles to switch into it. Really, the Lando is the only thing that really wants to come in, and I can kind of chip that thing down. I'm Moxie Life Orb, so it doesn't really want to take a +1 knockoff. The Ho doesn't want to take the Stone Edge. Obviously, the Latios isn't going to take it. The Buzzwole can take it. I have the Aerial Ace to chip it down, or if I chip it down, the Aerial Ace can finish it off if it's like not scarfed or anything like that. Obviously, if I can keep my webs up, and then Magearna, obviously with the EQ, if he's not shook or anything. So I felt like Crook really had the potential to go in this match if I could get some chip on the Lando, a little bit on the Ferrothorn, and a little bit on the Buzzwole. So I wanted to kind of go build off Webb's offense here. I had Kyurem Black just to really break things as well. Really just trying to learn that Ferrothorn and hit it with a big freeze shock. Or even potentially like the Ho-Oh, because Ho-Oh can take a hit from Kyurem. It can even take the free shock also. But if I can keep rocks up, it does not live the free shock plus the rocks. Or even like Magearna doesn't like Bolt Strike into the Z free shock. So I have a couple different options. I'm just 4-attacks Kyurem, and I just really want to get my webs up, keep them up, and just keep firing off shots with Kyurem. Let's see, the Torn T, it's just an AV, like a pivot set. I can switch into his special attackers, like the Magearna, like the Mega Latios, and just kind of pivot around on them to get the right matchup in. The Crook's Life Orb Moxie, the Rabombi's Focus Sash. I do have a little bit of tech on there just to prevent being swept from Sheer Gear Magearna with Stun Spore. Hopefully it hits. Empoleon's pretty basic, just my rocks. I do have Defog on it just to prevent myself from being hazard stacked. And I have Toxic as well for the Fat Mons like the Ho-Oh. And then finally, I have my Mewtwo, which, excellent name, do want to give some credit to him. Helped me with this particular set this week. I was going back and forth on what to run with this. I had Life Orb 3 attacks there for a little while. With a Recover, he recommended just a Calm Mind set with 2 attacks and Recover, because we really didn't feel like the Alolan Grimer was likely to come to this match. Ended up deciding to go with a sub Calm Mind Pressure set to set up on things like Ho-Oh, stall it out of like Sacred Fires or Brave Birds. Ferrothorn, stall it out of like Gyro Balls, and or like Mega Latios, stall it out of like its Draco Meteors, and just keep boosting up on it. So I had some options here. Really felt like Mewtwo could go in with just that mono psychic attack. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into things and see how it works out here. I've rambled long enough for the opening of this game. So I decided to lead with Torn. I really didn't want him getting up rocks because the Ferrothorn, I just really felt like, really matched up against everything really good on my team here leading off. So I decided to go with Torn, and he leads with Ho-Oh, which is really scary. This thing gets like smackdown, but it does nothing to defensive Ho-Oh. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock it off, just in case this thing's like Charty or something like that. I want to go ahead and get rid of his Charty Berry, just in case Crook ends up being that win con later in the game. He fires off a big Sacred Fire, gets the burn. It's 50% to burn, so, you know, it's whatever. We knew that was a possibility staying in. I thought about this move for a long time because I was thinking, what do I want to take damage here? Because nothing wants to take a Sacred Fire on my team. I don't have anything on the bench that wants to take a Sacred Fire either. So it's not like I under-prepped for this thing. I had nothing to take a hit. So chose Empoleon. Empoleon has to be 3-hit KO'd but I'm going to probably lose my Empoleon in the process. I didn't know if I felt like he could stay in here and just keep firing off the Sacred Fires. I wanted to go ahead and get up my rocks though, and force him to defog if that was what he wanted to do. I wanted to go ahead and try to figure out who his defogger was so I could eliminate it, so I could get up my webs. So yeah, he's just going to stay in and just going to keep popping us off with the Brave Bird. The Scald does like nothing to him. The only other move I considered going for was Toxic on this thing. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to go out into Crocodile now. And I went out immediately into Crook, so I figured there's no way he's going to stay in here on my potential Stone Edge, because it definitely kills. He does not see Intimidate. He reveals the Protect, but that's good information on this Ho-Oh, because now we know it's Protect, most likely Recover, and then Dual Stab. So, yeah, so now we know. Now I believe I do just fire off the Stone Edge. I kind of want... Maybe if he thinks I'm locked in to knock off, he'll leave the Ho-Oh in. Not likely, but I felt like he would maybe go into Buzzwole here. So really the better play would have been to knock there anyways, but yeah. We get some good damage off with the Stone Edge on the Lando. Now I want to go out into my Kyurem here. It felt like he was going to make one of 3 plays. Either he was going to go for the U-turn, the Defog, or the Rocks here. So I wanted to either get him before the Rocks. I've seen him run like a more defensive spread Scarf Landorus before, and I was really thinking this thing was Scarfed. So, anyways, go ahead and get my Kyurem here. I fire off the Fusion Bulk. I felt like the Magearna was the more likely initial switch in, just because, you know, Ferrothorn doesn't like really taking the Ice Beam, so I figured maybe Magearna may want to come out here. And like I told you on one of the earlier turns, wanted to fire off the Fusion Bolt into the Z Free Shock. But yeah, anyways, he's going to go straight for the Gyro Ball. He does not want to mess around with Kyurem, and I figured he may probably just get up his Rocks here. But with the Gyro Ball plus the burn damage, that's going to be enough to take out our Torn, which is okay. You know, Torn's not that important here in this match. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and take off Torn off the layout here. But this gives me my opportunity for Mewtwo here. I really wish I had Rocks up here at this point, but you know, Mewtwo is what I wanted to get in here, and I'm going to be able to get up my sub, because even if he wants to start Gyro Balling or Leech Seed or whatever he wants to do exactly, you know, I'm going to just be able to get my sub up. He does not see the Unnerve, he sees the Pressure, and he told me later that he actually thought this was a Misgen, which I can see that, because Unnerve's just a broken ability, because you can't lure me, you can't have a Resist Berry to you know, live one of these multitude of attacks that this thing gets. So yeah, I'm +1/+1 now, and you know, I still don't know for sure if that last move's Recover or not. I'm guessing that it's probably Recover at this point. So Brave Bird's doing like 40% to me from this Ho-Oh. I've discovered earlier in the game that if it does have attack investment, it's not much, so it should not 2-hit KO me. I'm playing it safe though, because I want to know, I want to make sure he does not have Toxic, because Mewtwo's really important to me having a chance at winning this game even. So I want to sub just to be sure. I figured if he was gonna go for it, he'd go for it there and not really want me to sub up twice on him. But yeah, so we're +1 now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this thing with Big Psystrike, and Psystrike has a beautiful animation. So we're going to do a lot here to Ho-Oh, but yeah, it's going to do a lot back to us with Brave Bird. So we're at 146, that takes us down to 52, so just under 100, and after Leftovers Recovery, we're sitting pretty good. We've burned through, I want to say, 7 Brave Birds at this point, so, you know, we could potentially stall this thing out. But what I'm not thinking about here at this point is his own recoiled Brave Bird. So he's playing this really well here because he's going to leave himself in a position where he's going to die. So I get back up, he takes a lot of damage, he's going to die, and that's going to allow him to go out into his Scarf Buzzwole here. So I don't know it's Scarf at this point, but of course I can't play around with the possibility of it being Scarf. Let me remove Empoleon as well, because I've just now realized that it is still up on the layout. But yeah, so I'm going to go out into Ribombee. Now, I thought for a long time about this move as well, so I'm thinking that this thing could very well be Scarf here at this point, but I don't want to let it get free boost, so I should have webbed there and went ahead and gotten my webs up, or just straight Stun Spore. But my Stun Spore was probably the better play, but I did not want to mess around with the Buzzwole because he's playing it like it's Scarf here at this point. Scarf Buzzwole is a big threat to my team, as you can see. So I'm thinking this thing's probably going to want to shift gear up on me, and yeah, just go ahead and fire off the Stun Spore as he reveals the Trick Room. That's a really good bring too. I did think he could bring the Trick Room in prep because I am webs, so Trick Room would just make sense for this. So he's going to fire off the big Z move, and yeah, we have no chance of living this. We're going to lose a little Ribombee here, so that means no sticky webs. So it's going to be all that more important to keep my Mewtwo around to have any chance at bringing this game back. So, yep, we're going to see Ribombee get Twinkle Tackled right on out right here. And, yeah, Magearna's looking nice and strong here with +1 here at this point. So I'm going into Crook. He's still got 3 turns of Trick Room left. I'm praying for a pair of hacks here, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to live this, or try to get the para, and that's definitely not going to happen. Down goes Crook, and that's a big one to lose out on there. So I'm trying to put myself in a position to stall out this Trick Room to have a chance with paras with Mewtwo, and yeah, let's see if that works here. So yeah, so in is the Kyurem again. He's going to Calm Mind here though, so I guess he's potentially trying to live like the Groundium Z from me. He told me later that he thought I was Scarf, so he now knows that I'm potentially locked into the Earth Power. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep Earth Powering here just to get it in range. I think I popped my Z here though. Yeah, I popped my Z here because I can't tell exactly where he's at, but if I get like a max roll and he doesn't have a lot of investment, I have a chance to kill it. I'm guessing he's probably at like 60%. Just trying to gauge where he's at. That's the challenge of playing on Wi-Fi. But yeah, so we fire that big Z move off, and he does not die. Now he's kind of scaring me at this point because he's a lot. I feel like he's trying to let me kill Magearna, so I'm just going to go ahead out into Mewtwo because I feel like it threatens. I feel like he's just going to keep Calm Minding and Trick Room ends, so I want to get this thing in. He actually, though, on this turn goes out into the Ferrothorn, and yeah, in comes the Ferrothorn. Now, I've already shown sub, so I don't want to, I don't just want to sub up here. I felt like he was going to just stay in and Gyro Ball me, so I just wanted to go ahead and recover up some as he goes out into the Scarf Buzzwole. And it is Scarf. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that. So, going to go ahead and boost up here. Fun fact, I probably should have ran a Psychic on this. The Psy Strike actually did like 55% to like a defensive Buzzwole. The Buzzwole is just so beefy. But yeah, yeah. So I'm afraid of the Scarf. Obviously, scares me out when I go out into Kyurem. And yeah, there's the big Leech Life coming off here. And like I said, I don't know for certain that he is Scarf at this point. But he's playing it off a lot like he is Scarf. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire off the Ice Beam. Like I said, I'm thinking that he is most likely Scarf. But like I said, I don't know 100%. Pick up the kill on the Landorus, and He told me he was scouting for the HP flying, so very good play there. I needed the Buzzwole dead, that's for sure, for Mewtwo to have a chance. So he's going to go back out into the Buzzwole again, and now he reveals he is Scarfed. If he's not, then I can 2-hit kill him with the Ice Beam, which is what I really need to do. I need to find out if it is, but it's looking bad for us at this point. So I'm firing off the Ice Beam, and we get the freeze. So it's looking pretty bleak for Gypsy at this point. Now, I messaged him and I told him I'm not taking a win like that. So I was gonna switch. What I was gonna do is just keep switching around. I almost went to timer, almost went to timer here. So I told him I was just gonna attack here, and then yeah, I told him to go into Laddie and just kill me with Laddie, and I just keep clicking sub with Mewtwo. But you know, he said he didn't want to play it like that. I wasn't going to take it still, though. I'm still going to keep switching back and forth until he thaws, but, you know, luckily he ends up thawing here on the first turn. So he thaws out on the first turn, so it ends up not mattering too much in the long run. Like I said, I wasn't going to take a freeze win either. Freeze has got to be the worst mechanic of the game. You know, I think you can stay frozen for like 7-10 turns or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, we're going to go down to Gypsy 3-0, I believe. I think we killed Magearna too. Let me knock off Magearna off the layout here. So, yeah, really good prep there on Gypsy's part. The Scarf Buzzwole is very, very nice for Mewtwo, of course, and, you know, really not allowing me to get up the webs. Ho-Oh just put on a lot of pressure. And, yeah, no puns there or anything like that for the pressure ability. But, yeah, Ho-Oh just wrecked my team, to be completely honest with you. And, you know, no rock type or anything like that. It'll do that. It'll do that to you. So, yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the match here this week. We ended up losing this one 3-0. I've been rambling on here trying to remove the right mons from my layout, but did not work out that way. But yeah, really good game to you, Gypsy. Like I said, was not going to steal your win on that one via freeze, trust me. If I would have parried you, that's a different story. I brought the stun spore for a reason, but no, I was not going to freeze hacks you for a win at all either. But yeah, great game to Gypsy. He has definitely the best team in my opinion this season in the BBL, and will definitely be a threat to go undefeated the rest of the way. Don't know how many teams are going to stop this combination. It's rough. He really does have a really good squad here, and it's going to be tough to beat. My only chance was that sub calm my Mewtwo, getting enough boost if somehow he let me set up with that. So, yeah. Anyways, good game again, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching me ramble on a bit here with this match. Was really excited to play this one. Really wanting that Mewtwo to go in, but ended up not working out that way. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to catch the battle next week.